Hi, I'm Ron Paulk, designer of the Paulk Workbench. Today we're going to continue with designing the awesome rolling toolbox in SketchUp. Before we get started though, just as a reminder, if you find this channel and these videos helpful and rewarding, please share them with your friends and on social media. And also be sure to give a thumbs up or a like. And also remember that I offer plans for the various workbenches that I've designed. And you can find those here on my website at paulkholmes.com. At the bottom, go to the third tab over and then click on Order Plans. And this will take you to the shopping cart. You can choose the package or plan that you're interested in. And then when you check out, after the payment is complete, you'll receive an email within minutes. And at the bottom of the email, you'll find a link and a password to allow you to download the plans. Today, I'm going to detail out a cabinet. Currently, these cabinets are just blocking to set the size, the dimension, and such. So I'm going to move through this very quickly. It's fairly easy to do, but there's a lot of steps. And also the dimensioning, I'll explain a little bit, but the main thing I want to get across is how to do this, and then you can design them to fit your specific needs. So to begin with, I'll set up the screen here so it's easier to see what we're doing. I'll turn off the trailer walls and I'll turn off the right side. Now I've already detailed out these two cabinets here, and I want to match up the rest of these with these, specifically the top drawers. I want the design to be from the top down, because the bottoms, I have three different heights of cabinets and the bottoms vary, but the tops are consistent. So this is the cabinet we will design. So we won't be using this, again, it's just blocking, it's just the space. Just take the rectangle tool and I am going to come up the side here and create a plane, and then I'm going to double click, right click, make a group, push pull, and bring this across there. And if I turn off the X-ray tool, I've got now a block that is the same height, depth, and width as the other blocking I was using. So I'm going to take this one and delete it. And this is traditional blocking, and this is what we'll use for the design. And so I'll hit the rectangle tool. I'm going to just click here, come down and click here, double click, right click, make a group, get into that group, click on the surface, P key, push pull, 0.75, that gives me 3/4 inch material. And now I want to just lay out the dados, and all I need from this right now is the spacing from the top edge to the bottom of the dado. And I'll just grab my tape measure tool, grab here, come down, and it is 3 3/4 inches. And so all I'll do here is match that, come down 3.75, enter. And then I want the spacing from the bottom here to the bottom of this one. So I will click on that, grab this, still got the tape measure tool, got the bottom there, and come up, and that's 1 inch. So I'll do the same thing on this one, come up in this direction, the blue direction, click, type in 1, enter. All right, so I will turn off the X-ray tool. That will help us for now. All right, I know that these dados are 1/2 inch, that the bases on the drawers are 1/4 inch, and with the detail on the bottom where the screw drops into this notch, I need room for the 1/4 inch to lift up to pull the screw out. So that's where I come up with 1/2 inch. So I'm going to grab this and come up, click, 0.5, enter. And then the notch that I put here, the leading edge of that is 1 inch in, 1, enter. And that is a 1/2 inch hole that is going to be centered in this. So I will come over half of 1/2 inch is 0.25 or 1/4 inch. double click, get in the group, click again, get on the surface, R for rectangle tool. I'm going to right where the intersection of the guideline is on the bottom edge to the back and top edge. You can see the X, so I know it's right where it needs to be. And now I want to create where the notch goes. For that I'll use the circle tool, which is the C key. And it might be hard to see on the video, but I can see them here, and that you can also see the X. So this second point in is where the hole will be drilled. And if I just draw this up and go 1/4 of an inch. Now remember, it's clicking because I have a line there, but if I didn't, I could just do a 1/2 inch hole. And to do a 1/2 inch hole, it's a diameter, so you have to just do the math in your head and know that that's 1/4 of an inch. So I could click there, but I could also type in 0.25 and I get the same results. All right, so now I've got the lines breaking the surfaces, but I don't need part of the circle. This will be all one cutout, and I'll make a template to do this with a router. So I will remove the top section of the hole and the line. And now I have the layout for the cut. Now before I push that in, I'm going to make copies all the way down, and the spacing is 4 inches. So there's a number of ways to do things in SketchUp. I'll just take the tape measure tool, come down and go 4, enter. And you can see the blue is what's selected. Just to double check that I haven't selected anything else, I put in the X-ray tool, and you can see there's no hidden blue geometry. A lot of times if you're not careful, you'll grab something in the background, and if you don't notice, you'll have to step backwards quite a bit. M key for move, Option Alt key for copy, and we've got 4-inch spacing, and I went from the bottom edge, so I'll take the top down, and actually I want to go there, so 4 inches. And I'm just confirming this by looking at the spacing in the bottom, so that gives me my 4-inch spacing. Now, having done nothing else, I'm going to multiply this down the side here, and I'm not sure how many it's going to take, so I'm just going to guess. I'm going to go X8, enter, and that gives me the spacing all the way. The top one is a fixed location, so it matches the others, and the bottom one ends up in an even increment of 4 all the way down. Now the bottom one here, it'll be a little bit different spacing. I could hit X9, but it would be a little further down. So now I'm going to make one more copy of these lines. Same thing, just select them, double check that I don't have anything else selected, and I don't. And I want the bottom edge to here. So I'm going to hit Move, Alt, Option for copy, and just drop it right there. And I missed, you can see that I missed grabbing this, so I'm going to hit Command Z to step backwards, and I'm going to select one more time, double check, it's all selected, Move, Alt or Option, grab that corner and drop it right down to there. Get in the group, select that surface, hit the P key for push-pull, push in, and I'm going to type in 3/8, enter. And now all I need to do is just move. I'm not pushing any keys. I'm just taking the mouse and moving it up with that little red arrow when it highlights the surface. Double click, and it will remember the last push-pull action. So I'll go all the way up and do this. All right, so now this side is complete. So the first thing I'll do is just copy this to the other side. So I've got the move tool selected. I'm just highlighting that group. I'm tapping the Alt or Option key, and I'm going to grab this outside corner, and I'll just move a copy right where it goes, and it snaps right into place. Now this one, I need a mirrored image. I can't rotate it or flip it or reverse it because of it's got a front and a back. So I'm going to just hit the S key for scale and go to this middle, and you can see the blocks get highlighted red. I'm just going to pull it out, and if you look down here, it's -1. That's an exact mirror image. All right, so now that's done, I'll grab that, move it into place, and now I have the sides done for the cabinet carcass. Now on the base, I want to use 3/4 inch plywood as spacers, but I don't need to use a solid piece. I'm going to save a bit of material. So what I'll do now is I've got the dimensions done. I'll just move this out of the way. I can actually probably delete that now. I'm going to hit the T key first, and I'm going to just grab on this front edge and come over 3.5 enter, and I'm going to come up 0.75 enter. And then I'm going to hit the R key for rectangle. Just click down there to there, and then double click, right click, make group. And then all I need to do is get back into that group, click on the surface, P key for push pull, come and just touch anywhere on this edge, move, copy. I'm going to grab this lower corner and I'm just going to move it back. I've got shift held down, it locks into place. And now I'll just grab both of these, the move key, the Alt or Option key, and I'll want this top edge to be right there. Here I'll just grab one, move, Alt or Option copy, bring it out, and then just highlight over it with the move tool, and I'll just rotate that down 90 degrees, and then I'll just move it into place. So I'm going to move a copy midway down, and what I can do is take the tape measure tool, come here, and I can see a little dot there that tells me that's the midpoint. Now I'll grab this, move, Alt or Option copy, and I'll do the same thing. I'll find that midpoint, and then I'll just slide that down. And then I'm holding the shift key, and all I have to do is come right to where that intersection is, see the red X, click. And that way I've lined this up dead center to center without having to do any dimensioning at all. So now the carcass is complete, and I'm going to make the drawers. So I'll start by giving myself some guidelines. Now I have guidelines to draw the face of the drawer. R for a rectangle tool. Go right to the intersection where I see the X. Come up to the opposing corner, click on it, double click, right click, make group, click in the group, click on the surface, push pull, 0.5 enter. So now I have the face of the drawer made, and the face and the back will be exactly the same. So I will make a copy and bring it to the back. Now the back, I want all of these drawers to be the same, and some of them will be butting into these spreaders at 3/4. So I'm going to hit the tape measure tool, come in from that edge, and I want to go 1 inch to give myself a little space. And now I will grab a copy of this, move, option, grab this corner, come in the direction I want to go, hold the shift key, come back until I touch that line. So the easiest way to make the sides is to copy one of the front to the back and rotate it. So M key, move, option, pull it out, rotate 90 degrees, X-ray mode, grab this outside corner and snap it right into location. Rotate around so that I can see that surface. Get into the group, get into the surface, P for push pull, come back and touch right on this back edge. Click on it, M for move, option for copy, drag it across until it touches there. R key for rectangle, come right to the outside corner, come to the opposing corner, click, double click, right click, make group, get into the group, click on the surface, push pull, 0.25, enter. So tape measure tool, come off of this right there, get it in the right direction, shift, and then type in 1/16, enter. And then all I need to do is click into that group, click onto that surface, push pull. Okay, so the top drawer is complete, and I will need to cut the handle. Now the next, this drawer is a little different size because of the spacing and the layout. So before I cut the handle, I'm going to just make a copy here. Right click, make group. Now I'll move a copy down. Okay, with this copy made, you can see that it's a little shorter than what I'm going to need it to be. I want a 1/2 inch space here to maintain consistency. So hit the tape measure tool, just click on the bottom here, come down 0.5, enter, and then I want to raise all of these up to that. So I'll get into the group here, click up, push pull, pull up to this line. Same thing, get into this group. Hit the P key, just double click, it'll take it right to the same spot. I can see this one in there. Click on it, push pull, double click. Okay, so I want to make the cutouts for the handles. I'll be using a router with a template to do this, but I want to draw them in each drawer. So I know that tape measure tool, I want the center of the handle down 1.5 inches, and I want to make it find the center point here. And again, you can see when I get to the center, it gets me a little circle. Click there, 1.5 inches. Come this way, that's going to be 3 inches, 0.75. I'm going to use an 1.5 inch hole saw. Get into the group, click on the surface, C key for circle, just come up, touch there, grab the R key for rectangle, come down here, and then I just need to erase the lines that are unnecessary, the inside of the circle. Click on the, oh, one more here. Click on that surface, P for push pull, and go right to that edge. And now that is gone. Now I want to do the same thing on this drawer. Again, it'd be a different height down, so I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing as I did before. Now I can make a copy of this drawer. It'll be the second drawer down. Will work for a couple of these. M key for move, Alt Option for copy, ×2, enter. And that gives me the 3 drawers in the middle. The bottom drawer and the top drawer are the same height to give me the 1/2 inch spacing. So I'll hit the move key, Alt Option. And just to double check, I will take the tape measure tool, come to here, and that's a 1/2 inch. All right, so now I have all the parts and pieces that I need to make this cabinet or toolbox. I'm going to select the whole thing, right click, make it a group, hit the bucket tool, and then I want to use the same material. So I'm going to hold down the command key to get the eyedropper, click on it, it loads that material, click on this. If I click on this, you can see it's on layer 0. I want to put it into cabinets and put it into position. I'll just grab this bottom corner, and there we go. You can see they line up. Now in the next video, I will take one of these cabinets to make these 4, which are all going to be carbon copies of each other, and just modify one to show you how much quicker it goes. I wanted to do one from scratch. All right, so hopefully this has helped, and you'll have some good tools and techniques to use in SketchUp to design your shop. Thanks for taking the time to watch. Have a great day.